Well, hello. I'm going to give it a couple seconds to see all of the faces that I love so much or the names. So when you find me in the chat bar, where are you from? And how are you doing with this energy? Because it's been freaking wild. I want to talk a little bit about what happened over the eclipse energy. Today, we are diving deep into arriving in your highest timeline and arriving in divine purpose because they go hand in hand. Um, I'm gonna get spicy. I've been sitting here sort of processing what I really want to bring forward, and we're gonna talk. I'm gonna, if you would like to bend over, I will happily kick you in the ass and get you signed up, get you moving into divine purpose because there's some big changes coming. So we're going to break all of that down as well. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Ash. Oh, I love it when I see names that I recognize. And I also love it when I see newbies. So this is really good. Hello, babes. I love you too. Ah, thank you. Oh, I just bumped them. Don't bump them. They're lovely. I love them. I carry them around the house with me. So my flowers are in my office, and then when I go in the kitchen, they come in the kitchen. And then when I go up for my bath, they come into the bathroom for my bath. I love them so much. It's so good. A bit of a rough day. The ascension symptoms are high today. They freaking are for sure. Up and down emotionally. Totally gotcha. Yep. Feeling that too. So let's start. Hi, Bex. Looking at all the names here. Let's break it down. Um, there's a fire burning so intensely in me today that I haven't felt in a long time. Happy Thursday, Tanya. Um, okay, so here we go. This is what we're going to talk about. I really want to give you, I have 2 pages of notes today. I actually wrote notes instead of just shooting from the hip. I'm going to do my best not to say fuck 101 times like I did on the last video. Little heads up, in my personal life, it's my favorite word. I think it's awesome. I think it clears my throat chakra and I think it's passion. But I got a couple comments on the last video of people who don't realize it's fucking 2024 and we're super offended about it. And, how much I can't even remember the comment, but it made me bust a gut. So I'll do my best for you. All right, here we go. We've got this like crazy, sensitive, crazy culture right now where everybody's so sensitive about it's 2024. Come on. Here we go. Okay. You can feel the fire, right? We've got this. Okay. So I want to break down how to know you are not ready for divine purpose and what the hell to do about it. See how I said hell instead of fuck? Oh, I'm doing so good. Um, Your favorite word too. Good. I'm not the only one. Okay. Should aim for. Do you want to, Ash? We could do it. Do you want to start a tally? We could have a drinking game involved. It's Thursday afternoon. Why not? Every time let's, I think it would be funnier every time I substitute the word for something that isn't natural for me. It would be even more entertaining. Okay, I'll stop rambling. Let's go. We are going to talk about how to know if you're not ready for divine purpose, what to do about it. I am doing an energy forecast at the end specific to that. So I am so happy to be here and be of service for the sign and ass kicking that is required for those that are way too afraid to step into purpose. And we're going to talk about why you're afraid, how to fix it. We're going to talk about what it looks like, the stepping stones you need to do it, because it's effing time. There we go. Effing time. I love somebody keep the countdown going on how many more F's I need to give. Okay. So let's have fun today because I am very, very, very fiery and I am probably going to hurt your feelings. I don't want to hurt your feelings. If it hurts, if I do, it's on you. You got some shit to figure out. Okay. We are moving into an insane timeline. Yes, we hear it all the time. I know energy's so high and all the changes are coming. I fucking get it. That's another one. I get it. And you're going to keep hearing it because it's going to keep escalating. 2024 is a year of drastic change, massive change. For those of you that are following the F bomb away lady, Dr. Diane is like, say it. I love that. Thank you. Okay. For those of you that are following the energy forecast, I recorded a couple days in advance, anyways. So I've already recorded the energy forecast for the 15th through to the 21. Oh my God, specifically 18, 19. Hold the F on. We are, April is all about bye to the things that don't serve you. Are you letting it happen? Are you being brave and letting it happen, or are you holding on? Doctor prescribed. I gotta not look at the the notes right now. I love this. Um, you guys are my favorite. I think my favorite thing in the whole no, I say this with a lot of things. I really enjoy doing these lives with you guys. I feel so supported, so loved, so seen. So thank you for that. And I really want that for you as well in your own journey. Okay, back to August energy. Or Frigman, I've said August 101 times today because there's a big transition coming in August. Oh my God, hold on for that. But back here into April. Um, April is all about letting go, saying goodbye to the people, places, things that don't serve us, and being very courageous with that and being very self disciplined with that. I get to talk to a whole lot of people in my life, and a lot of us are doing pretty good with that, and some of us not so much. So, this is about courage. This is about trust the process. And I know we hear all those things, but this is why. So, May, June, July is a transition of arriving in your personal highest timeline, as well as your divine purpose for you, for the world, or the people around you. It doesn't have to be big where you're talking to thousands of people. It can be 100%. It could be the book, it could be whatever, it could be launching your own business, or it could be becoming a parent or getting married or what, I don't fucking know, whatever, right? Like we all have purpose and we all have something that we're meant to experience. And so, April, get rid of the things that are not serving you so that May, June, July, you can do this. August, it's big and it's global in August. So we're being prepared right now. There's three massive waves coming. One in June, June, July, where I'm confident that most of you here in the comments, including myself, we are standing on the metaphoric shoreline. And there's these big waves coming, and there is souls getting caught up in those waves and getting tossed and turned, and like, oh my God, I don't know how to swim. I don't know what to do. Meanwhile, there's endless surfing boards. Just grab one and float in. Like, I don't know. Like, stay small if you want to. But there's going to be a whole wave of us standing there going, this way. I've walked the path. I know the shortcut. I know where not to go, let me tell you. This way, please. And we're going to be flagging people in to arriving in their own safety. We're navigating towards unity. That's a little while away because humans are stupid, but here we are. Um, so this big wave is happening, and then there's going to be another one, and then another one in 2024. So, how do we ride the wave? What do we do with this energy, right? Um, there's so much I want to say, and I don't intentionally want to trigger people, but uh, here we go, I guess. I don't know. Okay. So, you are you feeling the ache? I want to know who's feeling the ache. I don't even have to describe it. You know exactly what I'm fucking talking about if you know. If you know, you know. There's an ache. There's a knowing. There is a, oh my God, I'm meant for something, right? I want to know. Like, I want to know who's actually feeling it because you're probably going to get pressure from me to do some shit about it. Just saying. Okay. See, I'm not the only one. I felt this ache my whole life, predominantly 24 years ago. It took me a really long time to figure it out. It took me a really long time to figure it out. And it took me a really long time to heal the shit that was blocking me. And now I'm here. I am on the other end of it. I am standing fully in my highest timeline. I'm living it like I pinch me moments. Now, 24 hours, 24/7? No, 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 no. I'm still human. I still have my moments where I'm a cranky bitch. I still have my moments where I doubt. I still have my moments where I get overwhelmed, but it is moments, not my whole experience. So it's normal to have that. We're going to start with that. Feeling this overwhelming, strong energy my entire life. Amazing. See? So, my next question is, are you going to do something about it? You're going to sit there and be like, oh, I know I'm meant for something. This is where I'm going to get turned into an asshole. Are you going to sit there and be like, I know I'm meant for something and it's so powerful in one day and maybe it'll be this and maybe it'll be that. But then you continue to do the exact same thing day in and day out and refuse to make change? Why? Why are you staying small? Why are you holding yourself back? The first answer I'm going to get, I know, is going to be, I don't know what my purpose is. The reason you don't know your purpose is because you're not brave enough to step into it. Trigger number one. Stop being a wuss. Stop being small. Stop holding yourself back. That's number one. Yes, ma'am. It pisses me off not knowing, confuses. Yeah. It's okay. I went through this. My block is money. Money is the okay. I hear that one all the time too. These are the things that I hate the most. So let's start with you can just exit off this video and go fuck yourself because maybe that'll feel better than actually trying. So here's the list of goodbye now. Ready? You're not ready if. So let's do a finger down challenge, shall we? Like, if you're not willing to do any of these things, it's never going to happen. So I'm going to give you a real good snapshot of if you're not ready for soul purpose or your highest timeline. So let's start with that. Then we're going to move into solutions because I have a whole lot of those for you today as well. So let's start with you're not ready if you are unwilling to take risks. It's not comfortable. Stepping into divine purpose is not comfortable. Stepping into your highest timeline is not comfortable. If it was comfortable, it would have happened already. You are not in your highest timeline because you are blocking it. You are the one blocking your damn self. So you are not ready if you are not ready to take risks. There will be risks involved. Does it mean jumping off a cliff? No. Does it? Although I strongly encourage it, you will discover how much fear runs through your body when you jump off a cliff. It's really terrifying. Done it. Okay. You're not ready if you like comfort too much. Are you ready to be uncomfortable? Because you got to get uncomfortable. Any change is uncomfortable. So it's time. You are not ready if you cannot get disciplined. It takes self discipline. It takes mastering your day. It takes managing your day so your day doesn't manage you. So you're not going to make any change. It's not going to happen if you're going to sit on your couch and visualize all day, not coming. I know I did that. I did that for a really long time. I shared that with you. These are all the things that I had to face in order to arrive here. You are not ready if you enjoy toxic vulnerability. It's not going to happen. Again, but the t-shirt, been there, done that, hardcore, okay? Toxic vulnerability looks like I can't. I don't have the money. I'm stuck in the 3D life. I don't have support. I'm exhausted all the time. I'm not sleeping. My ascension symptoms are too strong. I just don't know what it is. I have no idea how to step into it. I don't know the direction. Someone has to take me there. Shut up. No. Nope. That's not true. It's not true at all. So we're going to remove that out of the equation right away. You are not ready if you are incapable of setting boundaries because people will walk all over you. They will walk all over you. You are not capable if you are not willing to set a boundary between this and this. That's where it starts. So if you are going to let your ego say, we can't because, if you're going to let your ego self get carried away with, oh, we don't have enough credentials. We're not pretty enough, handsome enough, tall enough, skinny enough. I don't know. What's the story about your physical? We can't possibly be seen. Who am I to do this in the world? Everybody else is doing it. There's no room for me. How would I get clients? How would I do this? How do I ask for my worth to be met? Oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable with money. Set the boundaries. You're not doing that conversation anymore. You're not doing it. I'm going to stop now. So that's number one boundary. Then you got to learn the word no. It's so much fun. It's so much fun that I legally made it my last name. No, no, no. How many times can you practice saying no in a day? If it's super cringy for you, start with no, thank you. No, thank you. Practice it. Here's the biggest one, though. Here's the biggest one that will prevent you and will demonstrate to you that you are not ready. Ready to take notes? The biggest one. Here we go. You will never, ever arrive, ever, if you don't love every ounce of who you are. There's a huge difference between two things: being humble and being small. Being humble is, I'm a student always. Being small is, I can't be braggy, I can't look self-righteous, I can't be confident, and who am I to do this in the world? You know the difference. If you don't love who you actually are and what you have created here and now, you will never go any further. You will stay on the cycle over and over and over again. So, are you ready to get uncomfortable? Are you willing to become uncomfortable? Are you willing to manage your day so it doesn't manage you? Are you willing to say no, thank you? Are you willing to say, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Let it sit with me. Are you willing to claim your power? Are you willing to believe in yourself? Are you willing to look in the mirror and accept all of it? It took me a really long time to accept this. A really long time. Really long time, especially once the aging process started. I was like, "What is going on with my skin? Everything is just a little bit more south. Like, why though?" It took me forever to fall in love with it. A long time. You have to, if you want to truly arrive in your highest timeline, you gotta figure out why you're blocking those things. 100%. You're very pretty. Aw, thank you. I think I'm pretty. I love me. But thank you. I appreciate the compliment so much. I want you to be able to look in the mirror and be like, I love you." Okay. So here's what you need to know. You need to know a couple of things. So we're going to start with, you came here. If you have the ache, you came here to do it. It's just up to you. There is no such thing as fucking divine timing. There is no such thing as when it's meant to be, it'll be. Stop lying to yourself because that's bullshit. For those of you that have taken the Fully Awaken and Ascend course, stay tuned, by the way, because I'm very much considering doing a full retreat on that, but we'll put that to the side for right now. It's on my whiteboard. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But for those of you that have taken that course, you understand that you are the creator of your own experience fully 100%. You are responsible for the outcome and you are responsible for when things arrive to you. I had this amazing conversation last night with someone, and we were talking about, um, good. I'm glad you've come so far. Keep going. Don't stop because there's no end on where you can go and there's no limit on how great it can be. I had this amazing conversation last night with a student of mine, and we were talking about, the path to divine purpose, the path to your highest timeline. And I was like, okay, metaphorically, I got a really long driveway. So let's say that I go stand in the driveway and I'm like, okay, that's where I want to go. That's my highest timeline right there. I have a whole other theory on that. We're going to keep that for a minute, but that's my highest timeline. So I take one step and then I get distracted because I love squirrels. So I'm like, oh my God, squirrels. And then I take another step and then I'm like, oh my God, are those weeds in the garden? And I get distracted again. And then I take another step or 5 steps and then I get distracted again by something else, like my dog running off. I don't fucking know, right? The point being, nothing needs to be forced, nothing needs to be rushed, but it is up to you the speed in which you go to the end of the driveway. It is up to you on how many distractions you allow to happen. It is up to you to take a step. Nobody's going to do it for you. Your guides are not going to be like, here is the way, loved one. Just take this step here. That doesn't work like that. Nobody is responsible for your outcome except for you. You came here to create. If you have the ache, you came here to fulfill it, but you have spent far too much time choosing to be small, choosing to not love yourself, and hold on to the story of your ancestors and whatever mommy and daddy fucking did to you, and being like, oh, I can't. You've chosen to not heal the things that have held you back. You've chosen to repeat the story over and over and over again within your head, within your mind, and hold yourself back. It's on you. It's 100% on you. So, wherever you desire to be, go, go. I don't have to know what's at the end of the driveway. I just desire to move forward. And that's all it is. It's a step at a time. You don't have to know the whole experience. The biggest thing I hear, the two biggest things I hear on people not stepping into divine purpose: how will I pay my bills? I can't possibly invest into myself and take your course. No, no. That's the biggest thing I hear. It's like, no, I'm not, I can't afford it. Like, how do I do that? I no. I'm like, all right. Well, the cool thing is I actually rewrite your money mindset. So if you want to hold on to your pennies and not do it, go ahead. But if you want to spend your pennies and receive 3 times the amount back, go ahead. That's on you. That's okay. The second thing I hear is, but I don't know what it is. You're not supposed to know what it is. Because if you knew what the grand thing was, if someone told me 24 years ago that this is what it would be, do you know what I would have done? And you know what all you would have do? You would force it. You would make it. You would try so hard to get here. And it doesn't work like that. It is one unfolding after another because you have to master every single step. You are going to plow, create, machete out, create a trail for other people to broaden. That's what I do. I'm a fucking pioneer. I walked through the jungle and I created a path and I went in all the wrong directions and I came back. And then eventually I found the destination. I was like, holy shit, like, how did I get here though? Because there's so many things I did. So then I had to go back over it again and then be like, oh, okay, now I know it. Don't go that way, don't go there, don't go there. It's actually just this little path here. So if you want to hold hands with me and broaden that path for everybody else, we can do that together. And now that's what I get to do. One step at a time. You have to become the master of what you are going to support other people through. And if you have not mastered self love, if you have not mastered boundaries, if you have not mastered managing your day, if you have not mastered courage, if you have not mastered being humble and you're still trying so fucking hard to be important, stop. Stop. Self check. One step at a time. I can't jump from the beginning of my driveway to the end of my driveway, but I feel, I know, I intuitively know. The other really cool thing is you don't need a map. You don't need a map. You are the map. You have a compass that says here. And then it goes here. You have your whole internal Siri GPS system that you put up. So when you put it up on your car and you're like, okay, I'm driving to wherever, and it's like 400 miles to this, and then turn right. Are you like, okay, and then what, and then what, and then what? Or do you just go? You just like, "Oh, okay, I'll just go the 400 miles. Cool. Oh, turning right, signal on. And then it goes, and in 300 miles, you will turn left. You're like, cool, I'll go three. Or are you like, but then what's after that? All of you do it. All of you. I don't know what the big picture is. Or you do the other thing. You do this. This is what I see also so often. I'm gonna mock a couple people. Sorry, not sorry. But like get yourself together for the love of God. And I know because I also did this. Are you like one day I will be on a stage and I will be teaching this and I'm going to dress like this and it's going to look like this and I'm going to move my audience and then I'm going to do this and it's going to be so amazing and it's going to be a sea of people and I'll stand there and I'll show them everything that I understand. And then you're like, cool. And then you start dressing like it and you're like, cool, here I am. Stop being stupid. It doesn't work like that either. I did that. I spent so much time. Oh, I know the big vision. It's when my book would drop and I would be touring with my book, which is about to happen the end of this year, by the way. 24 years later, not the day I discovered it because I didn't take the shortcuts, but now I know anybody. Anyways, so I want you to get here and now because that's the only thing that exists. You can have these visions, you can have the inspired action, you can have that dream, and that's amazing. But if you don't understand that you have to evolve into that vision, then you are not going to evolve into that vision. You're going to sit here pretending to be the vision, and it's not going to happen. You got to back it up and you got to do the things that we just talked about. What else is on my giant list of things to talk about today? I got a lot of points. Do I really want to be that triggering? I'm being spicy about this. One, that's just who I've become. Like I'm just spicy. It just is now. It's the way we are. So in order to really arrive in your highest timeline, you're gonna have to self-evaluate the things that we've already talked about. And you're gonna have to understand what trust is for you. You have to become the vibration of trust. You have to understand, and the only way to really do that is to understand that the unknown is uncreated. It's not unknown, it's uncreated, and you get to create what that is. So every time you're walking into the dark, into the unknown, it is the uncreated. It's nothing to fear. If you still have fears associated with that, you wanna go in and you wanna heal what you're so fucking afraid of. What are you actually afraid of? Are you afraid of success? I was. I wasn't afraid of failure. I'm really good at that. I'm like a rock star at failure. I actually pride myself on failure because I then learn more and then I know what not to do, and that's part of my journey. I was terrified of success. I was terrified of being the girl that had it all. From my childhood, I was terrified if I had it all, I was gonna be ridiculed, judged, and not loved and pushed away. I fucking have it all. All. I love my fucking body. My body is super healthy. I am rebelling against, like, I don't wanna be small and skinny and society's pretty. I want to be the curvy woman I am because fuck you, society. I'm not doing you. I'm gonna demonstrate that this is okay, that whatever you got going on is okay. I love this damn thing. I love who I am. I love my life. I love my house. I love my partner. I love my children. I love my pets. I am in a million, literally a million reasons to say thank you. I love you every single day. I lack nowhere in my life. Nowhere. You can arrive at this point. You can absolutely do it if you begin to understand why you are afraid of it. I was terrified of being who I am. I was terrified that success meant judgment. What is the fear that's holding you back? What is it that's holding you back? The fear of being seen, being heard, not knowing what to teach? Well, then figure out what you've already learned about yourself and then teach that. Is it the fear of sustainability? That's a big one. Is the rug going to get pulled out from under you? Are you afraid of, oh my God, but what if my family knows? They're going to, so what are you afraid of? Figure that out so that you can transpire through, that you can move through it. The ache you have, the knowing you have, it's now. It's not 5 years from now. It's now. It's 2024, and you can be wave 1, 2, or 3. These are the gateway openings. This is what I've seen in my downloads, and this is what I know, and it's super cringy, uncomfortable, so brace yourself to get just a little bit more uncomfortable. Ready? The ache you have, and the reason you have that ache, this is the good part. The reason you have the ache is because the door is trying to open. You wouldn't have the ache if the door wasn't there ready to be open. So the door's trying to open for you to walk through. You're blocking yourself with whatever story you got going on. We've conquered that. Okay. There we go. So the ache is there. The ache is also there. The stronger the ache gets, is anybody's ache getting really, really, really strong? Like, mine has like, I'm already here and it's like, boom, but this. Ooh, but this. Okay. Are you feeling that? I wanna know, are you feeling it? Yes, no? Or see you later. I noticed that we dropped off on viewers, so a lot of people are already triggered. Amazing. You're welcome. I'll send you a bill in the mail. Because now you go look in the mirror and figure out what's wrong. All right, so the ache is intensifying. If your ache is intensifying, this is the reason why, because there is people waiting for you. There are people sitting in your darkest moment right here, right now, aching for how to move through this. There's people waiting for you. There's people waiting. The the biggest ache I ever had, I shared this in the training I just did with the elite mentors. There was a defining moment where I was in so much pain because this ache hurt so bad and I couldn't figure out what my sole purpose was. And I had tried so many things, like all of the things. And nothing was sticking, nothing was working. And there was this defining moment where I curled up in the fetal position on the floor and wanted to end it all. And I sat there sobbing on, like, in the middle of my bedroom on the floor in the fetal position, just begging my guides to take me home, whatever that looked like. Make sure my children were taken care of. What do I need to do to go? I'm out. I tap out. I'm not doing it anymore. I was in that moment. That is when the ache was the strongest because I was a dumbass and I didn't realize that I was creating my own blockages, like heavily creating my own blockages. That was the moment. That was the biggest transformational moment in my entire life because I had to get back up and I had to make a choice. And I had to make a choice to continue the pattern of self-pity and wallowing and oh my God, or get fierce. And I chose fierce and I arrived really fucking fast. I understood in that moment when I chose to be fierce that the pain I was feeling so deeply and the fear I was so consumed by was because there was thousands of people waiting for me. There's thousands of people waiting for you if you are feeling the ache intensify. Here's the really uncomfortable part. If you don't do it, one of those thousands of people is going to figure it out and lead the way for everybody else, and you're going to get left behind. I remember when Max told me that. I had a moment. I was after that when I pulled myself back up off the floor and the box of tissues that was across the whole friggin' like bedroom floor, and I cleaned it all up and I stood there and I went to the mirror and I looked and I didn't see my eyes. I saw Max. I was blessed, let me tell you. Max came through. He was my highest ascended guide. I've integrated with Max now, which is why I'm so fucking spicy. But anyways, so I saw Max in my own eyes and the message was so clear. If you don't do this and you came here to do it, you came here to hold the machete and go through the jungle. Welcome to the fucking jungle. You chose this. And if you sit down any longer, someone's going to catch up and they're going to take over for you. And then you can follow them. Do you want to be a leader or do you want to be a follower? Do you want to fulfill that ache or do you want to sit there and for the rest of your life question if you could have? And so I had to make a choice. And that is how all of the foundational programs here were birthed was because of that moment. It was like, wait, and I began to master it. And it took me a little bit of time. It didn't happen right away. But once I got momentum and once I understood it, bam, amazing. So freaking glad I did it. So glad I did it. So, are you going to do it? Are you going to arrive? Are you going to choose this path? Are you going to devote yourself to this path? And it's not about, yes, I'm inspired, I'm devoted right here, right now, but then go change nothing in your life. You can't. Like, you're not going to go, and someone else is going to catch up and lead the way for you. There's thousands and thousands of people for each one of you waiting, and one of them will catch up and one of them will take over if you do not do this. So freaking do it. Do it for you because that's what you came here for. You chose the experience of that fulfillment. So let's talk about highest timeline and what it looks like. Heads up, when you arrive in your highest timeline, which is not a destination, by the way, it is the timeline that says, I will no longer be small. It is the moment that you say, I'm not going to be small. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to do my healing. I'm going to change my perception. I'm going to create my future. The moment you make that decision, highest timeline. And then it just gets better and better and better and better. And when you arrive in the beginning of when the old book is closed, the old version of you is closed. I even legally changed my name because that's how done I was with it. I was like, bye, she's dead. Here I am, rebirthed, legally changed my name, changed my whole appearance, like everything. I was like, let's do it. Because I'm quirky and I'm super extra. You don't have to be extra, but that's the way I function. So, anyways, so I arrive. And then one thing after another, like dominoes, all of a sudden, I had financial freedom. Money loves me. Oh my God. It comes from so many sources. So many sources. It's always finding, it's like, oh, we love you. Like I'm a magnet for it. That happens when you're in your highest timeline. I've seen so many of my students do the exact same thing. The other thing that happens, the love of your life, whether it's the person you're with right now, truly evolving and matching you, or the best possible thing, finding its way into you. Your body comes into its highest vitality and you shine so damn bright and you get complimented everywhere you go. I'm a 45-year-old mom. I'm inundated with compliments everywhere I go. Sometimes it's even on my like freaking eyebrows, which I don't even love my eyebrows. People are like, oh my God, you have like the nicest eyebrows. What'd you do? And I'm like, thank you. I love you. But you will have your reflection. You will have your magnificence, your love for yourself reflected to you from everything around you. Everything around you will reflect that. Everything. You will experience the fulfillment on all levels of your life. And do you want to know why? This is the best part. Because for you to continue to evolve into your highest timeline, it's a requirement to have all those things. How do you experience your highest timeline? If you are not experiencing the highest level of love, the highest vitality in your body, the highest light shining out of your body, the highest level of financial flow that you are capable of, everybody in your life reflecting your love, the bunnies in the yard, like eating out of your hand, like, are you fucking kidding me? This is really amazing. I live in like a Snow White world. It's so cool. Like, it's a requirement, not a desire, not a need, not a want, a requirement for you to, that is part of the highest timeline. So it happens, it comes. That's it. And then it just gets better and better and better. And like I said, it's not all day, every day. You're going to be human. You're going to have moments, but it's moments. It's moments. It's moments of like, oh, do I want to give that some attention? Heal that? What do I want to do with that? And then boop, back up again to a whole other level. That's your highest timeline. Your highest timeline is walking through the door, giving yourself permission to require those things instead of being, well, I don't need, I hear it all the time. I don't need like a luxurious life and I don't need a lot of money. That's not my focus. I just want to be of service and change lives and, like live a very basic life. And okay, cool. However, the higher your vibration, the higher your financial flow because you're attracting it. So you're going to get a lot of it. Hear people being like, love really isn't a priority for me. It's super great. And well, I'm sorry, but the highest timeline involves being inundated with love from your partner. Like beautiful, like you're marinating in it all the time. You're like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." It's the best sex of your life. It's the best compliments of your life. It's the best connection of your life. It's the best love language of your life. It is the best everything because it's your highest timeline, and then it gets better, and just when you think you're like, "Oh my god, can it get any better?" Something will come in, that law of rhythm, the principle of rhythm. You'll go on this little down, and you'll be like, "Oh, wait, what's happening?" And then all of a sudden, it explodes into something better. That is how it works for you. That is what will happen for you. But if you're not willing, then no, you can stay doing exactly what you're doing. But that's not what you came here for. If you have the ache, you came here to experience what I'm experiencing. And you came here to be fulfilled on every possible level of your life. And you can feel it around the corner. Yeah, you can. It's been there for a while. It's been there since you felt the ache. So it's not around the corner. It's sitting right in front of you. You just might be looking in the wrong direction. You might be taking a step sideways. Come back to your path. Come back to it. Come back to the unknown being the uncreated and move into that. Oh, I feel so passionate right now that my heart's like ba 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 ba. Okay, so anything else that we want to talk about before I go into an energy? It literally is a requirement. Can you start taking that mentality, please? It's a requirement. So money equals lubrication. I desire all of the lube in life. Yes. Can we make that into a t-shirt? I love lube. Um, okay, so I'm gonna give you homework. Let's play that game because this is what I do for a living. Let's give you homework. Can you make a list of what are you actually afraid of? Like, what are you really, really afraid of? I want you to journal this out. I want you to have a discovery session with yourself. What are you afraid of? What is really, truly holding you back? And you already know what it is. You already know what's holding you back. But what I want you to do is discover why is that holding you back? Why are you allowing that to hold you back? Where does that belief come from? And are you brave enough to start telling a different story? There is no way. My favorite human in the entire fucking experience of my 45 years on this planet was my grandmother, Ruth. She was fiery redhead, gypsy soul, could drink amaretto like nobody's business, yodeled and played the spoons for some reason when she was intoxicated. I don't understand it, but that woman was fucking fire. Loved her. She was like a soul sister, not like a parental figure by any stretch of the imagination. But there is no way that I want to be anything like her life. I am very unwilling to be anything like my ancestors. I'm not doing it. I am not going to hold on to one of their perceptions because they never arrived. They never arrived. They stayed in self-victimization. They stayed in toxic vulnerability. They stayed in small. I did not come here to be small. I did not, and I did not come here to watch you continue to be small. So I'm not holding on to their stories. I'm creating my own. And so I have spent time unraveling the energy that they bestowed upon me and gave it a big ba not doing it. I will rewrite my story. I will create my own world. I will not do it like you. I will not stay small. Do I admire components of them? 100%. She was amazing. But do I want to be her outcome? No. Sorry, Gramps. And she already knows it. I'm not doing it. So it is time to undo the story. It is time to understand that the principle of rhythm. I just did an ascension series on the 12 principles. Go check that out on YouTube. I broke it down real easy for you on how they impact divine purpose. So go look at that. When you understand that, it clears the way and it takes the shame, the guilt, the stress, the worry, the oh my God, what is coming next out of the way. And it makes it really clear on what's required for you to step forward. So I want you to do that. Okay, there's all of that. Now, I want to go into not an energy forecast per se, but a tool. So we're going to go into a card reading. We're going to go into a channeling session here and figure out what is on the surface. But I'm going to quickly scan the comments because I saw a couple in regards to so that I can talk to. So let me answer some questions here. If you have questions, throw them out. Not about your specific timeline. What's my purpose? Will love ever come in? I don't give a fuck. It'll come in if you let it. Stop. Don't ask me that. Don't waste my time. But if you have questions about this, 100% put them in there. Okay. Without all the rainbows and butterflies. I'm terrified of butterflies, by the way. So yeah, I'm never going to offer that fluffy shit. One, I scream like a man. I'm like, when I see a butterfly. It's childhood trauma. It's fine. Okay. Seeing a lot of beautiful comments. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Perfect. Awesome. Ariel, your vibes always hit me so hard. There's a few of you, but I'm just seeing your comments right now. Something big. Are you signed, Ariel? You signed up for the Arriving in Divine Purpose that starts Tuesday? Because I feel like somehow I know you, or I've seen your name. Okay. Um, Trying to be as healed as possible. Okay, let's not try anything. Let's allow the healing. Whatever's on the surface, it's a delayering process, our healing. We don't have to try. We just have to become self aware. Awareness brings change. So the moment we become aware of what's holding us back and we go, oh, is that what I desire to experience? And what would I desire to experience? It begins its shift on itself. So you don't have to try. That's a low vibe. Allow. It's not even surrender because surrender is denoting to giving your power to something else. We're not doing that either. We're allowing. We're allowing them, we're becoming devoted to the new perception. Abandonment, that's a big one. Talk about that. Um, Abandonment, oh, it's so diverse. Abandonment, being abandoned. Have you heard my story? That's my whole life. Like at 4 years old, bye, we'll just leave you here in the complete nothingness for someone else to find you. And away you go. That was my life. Abandonment, mm, how do we heal that? I really want to talk to that because a lot of us have that. It is a okay. So for abandonment, really simple fix. Get a picture of 5-year-old you. I teach this in Fully Wake and Ascend. I know this is going rapid fire in our Starseed. We have a private Starseed group that's going on right now. And there's been a few people that have posted pictures of themselves of like, oh my gosh, this works so powerful. And it is. This is amazing. Get a picture of yourself anywhere between the age of infancy to 8-ish and talk to that kid and bring them home. Bring them home. Imagine if you want that I am showing up and bringing that child to you, and then keep the kid. Keep the kid. Love the kid, nurture the kid, don't ignore the kid, spend time with that child. Just in your imagination, your ego, this is such a game changer. Your ego doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So when you imagine that a child is actually with you, or you talk to the picture and love that child, you're bypassing your ego self and going right into the subconscious and changing the vibration of abandonment into being kept, being loved, being nurtured. So you have to demonstrate it for you. It's super easy. It fixes it so fast. Just be dedicated to it and it will change everything. And then you'll be like, oh, here we go. Okay. I'm the black sheep and I don't care what others think of me. Yep. Seems. So I used to. I don't know. Now I'm just like, whatever. A fear of success. So, what would be the worst thing that could happen if you had it all? And success doesn't come like a fucking water fountain, like or a waterfall either. It's like little bits at a time, and you just adjust. So there's that. Um. Someone thanking me for the TikToks. I'm trying so hard. I have to find a way to have passion for TikTok right now. I'm doing my best. Um. Funny, you just showed up a couple weeks ago. I feel like I've known you forever. Okay, currently doing the inner child. Amazing. Yay. Abandonment. I did a post earlier on hopeless despair and separation in mind from your true nature. It's a root identity issue. Cool. Keep digging at that. All right, let's go into um, energy pulls. Let me clear the way. Got shit all over my desk because I wrote notes and then I don't even think I talked about all my notes, but we talked about it anyways. Let's go. All right. I'm going to connect into our energy. That was interesting. Okay. I can feel a few of you shifting in this moment. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to, instead of what's coming and how to navigate what's coming, I really want to talk to how to navigate specifics. So I want you to just sort of settle in and pick one, two, or three, or a progression or a combination. But I also want you to be open minded enough that whatever happens here, something will resonate and just leave out what doesn't. And whatever's meant for you, even if you're like, oh my God, number three, so for me, but then number one screams at you, then it's number one. Okay. It's not a big deal. Just whatever resonates. But I want to use this as tapping into us. So I'm tapping into us as an energetic collective. And so we're getting all of you. And we're going to go one, two, three, what your focus is and how to sort of move through that. So it's going to be a little bit more detailed than usual on the tools. That was fun. Okay. Super easy. Coming out. Oh, except for the last one. Number three is your sticky. And number three has three. Cool. All right. Let's do it. I'm looking at the comments. Probably because I'm identifying Ariel, our connection. Like, if you are not in that course, get your ass in the course. Like, honestly, find a way, trust the process. For those of you, okay, I'm seeing beautiful. Everybody's throwing up their numbers and whether they're doing combination, sharp pain, ear pain all of a sudden. Breathe it through. Your chakras are opening up. This is beautiful. For those of you that are actually really ready, don't waste my time. If you're like, don't waste Bree's time if you're going to email about this. So I'm setting a boundary. This is what boundaries are like. Ready? Don't waste Bree's time. So if you are actually ready to change your money mindset, you're actually ready to finish up the healing, you're actually ready to be courageous and manage your day and do the things required to step into divine purpose, reach out at diamond.com to Bree. Get your ass in the course. Registration closed Friday, but I know I've seen so many of you. You have no idea. And I am being patient and waiting and not putting pressure on you. But today's the day where I'm going to say, suck it up, buttercup, and get your ass in the course. You will find a way. You're going to be spending money somewhere anyways. You might as well spend it on your fucking self. Okay. So just do it. I'm not going to let that registration be open any later than end of business day today. Bree's got shit to do, and I don't want her being all like tied up with it. Oh no, tomorrow's Friday. Registration closes tomorrow. I'm in next week already. Oh my God, calm the fuck down. You can wait till tomorrow. It starts Tuesday. It's 12 weeks. It will change all of your life if you do not want to do the work and you do not like homework and you do not like putting yourself into the world, then don't do it. It's not for you. We are at maximum capacity, but I'm going to add in 4 more people. So, because I know who you are. So, get it done. Let's go into the energy, shall we? Number ones. Quite a few. I think there's like 20. I usually cap it at 10, but we've changed the format. So it's either 20 or 22. We changed the format so that we can take on a bigger crew. You're going to develop a family as well and an entire support system. So you're going to get really close with these people that you're spending time with. And all of you are on the same page, which is really cool because I can see into your book of life, right? So when someone signs up or asks to sign up, I say yes or no. And I've already said no to a few people. It's not that you are not amazing. You are amazing. And I know some of you are watching today that I've already said no to. It's just not your time yet. And you have to trust that process. So those that have and are ready, it is their time. They are wave one. They're fucking phenomenal and very diverse, but very much in alignment. So you'll have your own family that you'll be like connected with. Okay, legit. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's go into number ones. I like this. I like you, number ones. This is amazing. And I don't like everybody, just so you know. I love this. Okay, so um it's going to turn a bit spicy here. So number ones, I am hearing like you're doing phenomenal in your self-awareness. You're doing phenomenal in your healing. Really, really, really powerful. There has been like a rebirth. A lot of you are like dragon energy as well, which is really awesome because you're very fiery. Um, but let's talk about what's being really, really pushed into your direction. So, one is sustainability. Are you sustaining the knowing or are you going into doubt? So, we don't want to go into doubt when we have these visions or inspired action move through us. We want to move into sustainability. So, that's part one, sustainability. Part two, you can't be fluffy. You can't. So, you got to stop filtering yourself in trying to appear humble. That's, like, such an annoying little thing to do, but we do it, where we're like, "Oh, no, I, like, love to be light and love and everything," and you have a voice, use it. You have dragon energy, use it. You're not here to be small, you are here to be unshakable, you are here to stand there and go, "What?" That's it. Like, own it. Um So you're really working on confidence right now and sustainability. Everybody who's picked number one. Confidence does not come naturally. Here's the lesson piece. Confidence is not natural for humans. We love to question ourselves, especially in the society that we're in. So, what brings confidence is confirmation. So, you are going to do a couple of things. You are going to get a big ass board or a notebook. I prefer a board or a whiteboard. Just to see the size of my whiteboard, I would show you, but it's got confidential information on it right now about what's coming out. Get yourself something where it's front and center. Understand where your inspired action comes through the most. Mine comes through the most in evening. I have a freaking crazy busy life. There is animals out the wazoo in my house and peoples and things and all of the things. So I have just rededicated myself to one evening a week. And this is what it looks like. And I love it. So big ass whiteboard, headphones, music that inspires and powers me up. If you have not checked it out, Chinchilla has a new song called MF Diamond, MF Diamond. My theme song right now. I love it. Anyways, um, music that inspires you. I literally bring in a whole bottle of Prosecco and my favorite glass. I put it on my desk. I put my marker in hand. I put on my headphones. I march around my office and I let inspired action move through me. I sip my Prosecco. I feel my music. And all of a sudden, whoop, there it is. And I get it up on the whiteboard. And then every morning when I come into my office, I stare at that whiteboard and I'm like, oh, that's going to be so good. This is beautiful. And I own it. So you want to put your inspired action in a place where you're going to see it. This has been in conversation with a couple of people today. You're going to put it in a place where you can see it, where you're partaking in it, where it's in action, where it's in the creation process. You are creating it, birth it. Okay. So we want to create that first. We also want to that's going to help you with the sustainability piece because it's going to be front and center. Put it there. Make yourself successful by putting it in face. Dedicate yourself to the confirmation that will bring the confidence. So you can do that through setting yourself up the way I have once a week, because that inspired action will bring that confirmation, which will bring the confidence. The other thing you can do, if you're anything like Bex, have you guys checked out Bex podcast with me on Talking Shift? Oh my God. Bex is a master at signs. So she literally is like, I just know I'm in flow and I get all the confirmation and bam, confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. So you can pick your signs. My signs are Volkswagen Beetles. Love them. I think they're funny. They're like clown cars, but they're way cuter. So Volkswagen Beetles, and the more vintage and the darker, and especially if it's a navy blue convertible one, that's a hold the fuck on, something's coming. So pick your sign, pick something that is a confirmation that you are in alignment and that all of this is moving for you, because the confirmation will keep you in confidence, which will keep you owning the energy the way I own the energy with that chinchilla song. Let me tell you, I strode around my office. I'm like, I am unstoppable. It will help you. So find a way to boost the confirmation to bring the confidence. Those are your bits of homework. Okay. But you are powerful. You're doing amazing. I don't want to blow smoke up your ass, but you're doing awesome. So keep being awesome, please. And there's your sign. Okay. Go do it. All right. Let's go into number twos. Okay. Number twos, I am seeing this like two sides to the same coin, this yin yang energy, shall we? This like ego soul energy. So this is spicy. I'm not even going to look to see who chose number twos, because I don't want to filter how I deliver this message. And parts of this might be for you, or the whole thing might be for you. And if you're like, this is definitely not for me, it's definitely for you. And if you're like, no, I'm definitely not trying to be important, I know everything, then it's for you. Okay. So you're going to get yourself in check right now. There is a huge imbalance between you expecting the worst possible outcome and trying way too fucking hard to present yourself. Calm down. Calm down. Who you are inside, who you've always been, the little version of you is exactly perfect enough. And if I see one comment up here being like, I know she's lovely or he's lovely and I'm so in love or they are amazing. No, stop. You do not need to be important to the whole entire world. You need to be important to yourself. When you understand that you are here and that you are equally important as everything else, you will stop the process of trying so damn hard to be seen and to be valued. You really want to go into your jam journal and look at, why am I so afraid of being seen, valued, heard, understood? Why am I trying so damn hard? If you have more than 15 credentials, you've got a problem. If you are, I remember the days. Ready for the days? Diamond no, spiritual advisor. Diamond no, ascension advisor. I spent so much time to figure out what my fucking title was. You know what my title is? Motherfucking diamond. That's my title. If you are trying to present yourself, you have concerns that need to be addressed in regards to a deep desire to be seen as important. And that is happening because you don't believe you're important. Self check, please. Self check. There is a big hidden, and it might be so subconscious that you don't even know you're doing it. And I'm saying this because I love you and I trust you enough to continue to love me and actually do the work and step into what you're supposed to step into. So, reset. The really cool thing about it is, yeah, you were supposed to be on a pedestal. Yes, you were supposed to have a spotlight. I see a spotlight for number twos, but you are not going to have that spotlight if you're screaming, demanding, and walking around with a flashlight shining on you instead of an actual spotlight. Put the flashlight down, let the spotlight find you when it's ready. Okay. So harsh. I sorry. I love you. Like, I really do. I feel your passion and I'm getting more and more passionate about it because it is incredible. This is about really owning your value, my love. Own your value. You do not have to broadcast it, and you do not have to say all the right things, and you do not have to wear the outfits, and you do not have to kumbaya. You do not have to. You just simply need to look in the mirror and go, yeah, there you are. So let's get a little raw. Let's get a little vulnerable. Let's derobe some of the bullshit that you've put on. Let's uncover who you actually are and let that come forward. Let that like 15-year-old you, the awkward, dorky, I don't know what I'm doing in this world, that version of you is who people want, not this like facade that you've got going on. And it's not like a facade, but it kind of is. Like, that's what I'm seeing. So, and it might be very minimal for some of you. It might just be those like giant, annoying, like fake eyelashes that look like it might be that. Or it could be like you're actually wearing the full garment and you've got like the beaded necklaces and the flowers in your hair and all that shit. Like, ooh, please don't, please don't. There's enough of that in the world. Just be you. That's what I'm trying to say. just went really passionate about it. There's enough of what you are trying to be in the world already. If you can just come back to who you were when you were 15 and put that into the world, that's what's waiting. Please do that. I love you. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Also, can you move out of um, self-fulfilling negative prophecy? Like, oh, if you are saying things like, wouldn't that be nice? Or, oh, yeah, that'd be, oh, in my wildest dreams, you're actually fulfilling negative prophecy. You're holding yourself back. So I really want you to pay attention to the words, the sentences, the statements you're using. I want you to pay attention to how you walk outside of your house and present yourself. I want you to pay attention to how are you creating your content? Are you being all like, I know I have this one person in my life who I absolutely respect and love, and she's the most gifted, incredible woman in her niche. She's phenomenal. But the mother is always like, oh, this long, poetic sovereignty goddess bullshit that's 4D that like there's so much of that. Please don't do that. The world is inundated. It's overdone. Everybody's sick of it. Let's move into actually who we are and who we desire to experience through our meat suits. It's 2024. You don't have to be like fairy wings and all. Like we can I'm done. That's over. Okay, I'm over it now. Just please stop and really really become authentic. It's the authenticity that wants to surface so bad, and who you were at 15 is probably it. Not trying. So stop trying so hard, please. Let go, unravel, move into whatever it is. It's when I truly decided to be. I talk to aliens and I channel dragons and I'm dorky. I'm such a dork. I love that about me. Okay. This is not, I'm not knocking me. I love that I am a dork. I love that someone tells me a dad joke and I laugh so hard that I snort and actually literally slap my knee. Oh, it's so cringy. It's so good. I love that about me. I also love that I will tell you to go fuck yourself in half a heartbeat. I love all of that. That's who I am. This is who I chose to be. This is who I evolved into in my humanness. Who do you desire to be in your humanness? Go do that. That is such a rant. Stop, Diamond, stop. Okay, let's go into number 3. I'm just really passionate about you, okay? End scene. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Okay. I'm looking at comments. I have moments that I don't believe, and then, yeah, I know. I do too. It's paralyzation. Spiritual paralyzation is a thing. It is a damn thing. It happens to me too. I'm just looking at all of the. Okay, back to number 3s. Dork Queen era. I'm the dork goddess, darling. I create my world. I don't sit in a throne. I don't even know what kind of accent I was just trying to do. Let's just not do that again. Okay. Of course you were journaling when you were 15. Number 3s. Here we go. You have 3 cards, so I'm just translating all of it, and it's like, "Oh, I don't think you're gonna get spicy me." You might. Let's find out. Okay, number 3s, you are healing specifically your fear of, I wanna use the word abundance, but I hate using that word because when I say abundance, my ego is like, "Well, abundance of body fat, abundance of negativity, abundance of positivity." Like, I don't like the umbrella of what that could be, so I like prosperity. But you're really working on healing your money fears, your sustainability fears, your fears of being safe, your fears of um, standing on your own fucking 2 feet without anything else. Like you're really working on healing that right now, somewhere in your depths. It's something to do with sustainability. So it could be money, it could be sustaining love, it could be sustaining divine purpose, it could be sustaining vitality in your body, all of the above. I don't know. You know, I don't know, whatever. But it's a fear of sustainability that you're working on. So we've got that going on. There is this like um reevaluation for you of what are your 4 pillars that's holding up your roof? Like, what are the 4 corners that are holding you up? And are you loving all of those? That could be the 4 bodies, the physical, mental, spiritual, emotional bodies. Are you fulfilling all of those? Are you sustaining and self fulfilling? Or are you still seeking it externally? When you arrive in divine purpose, it's not always glorious and sunshine and roses, just so you know, you're still a human and there's still this 3D world, 4D world that you're trying to like, hey, come this way. It's not always easy. And you get some snarky bullshit comments and you get this stuff and you get judgment, you get these things. Are you strong enough to do that, to receive that? Because you're going to receive a little bit of ick with a whole lot of great. But in order for you to have a fulfilled purpose, to feel fulfilled in that purpose, you got to understand what fulfillment is. So for you to become totally, completely fulfilled with divine purpose and love and financial flow and all of the things, you've got to become the vibration of receiving fulfillment. So you've really got to work into how are you addressing all 4 of your bodies? How are you taking care of them? How are you nurturing them? How are you allowing them to receive? Are you allowing yourself? Does someone be like, oh, you look amazing today? And you go, oh, no, stop. Don't do that. If someone says, "Oh my god, you've got, like, massive purpose." "Oh, I don't know." Don't do that. This is about you owning receiving. So you're gonna start to use my favorite mantra, ready? "Thank you, I love you." You know this is my favorite mantra. It is because when you start to identify all the areas that you are actually receiving, you're like, "Oh my god, I am creating this receiving mode. Like I'm actually the receiver. I'm the vibration of receiving." And that boosts your confidence beyond your wildest dreams. And that allows you to propel yourself into anything. And then you can conceive it and receive it in like 24 hours. If I desire anything, 24 hours, 24 hours, and kabam. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. It's there within 24 hours because I know how to do this. So become receiving, heal the fears of sustainability. This is starting with filling your 4 bodies, talking about that. This is starting with don't fake it till you make it because that's not really gonna work. I mean, you can play that way, but understand why you need to fake it. What are you faking until you make it? And go into the thing that you're faking and fix it. Heal yourself. This is really about looking at your um, any story that you're telling yourself. And these are the specific ones that I'm hearing. My gifts aren't fully in yet, so I can't. I don't have financial flow for that, so I can't. When I manifest the money, then I will. Well, you're not going to manifest the money because you're saying when right there. If you're saying when on anything, like buy, you're pushing it away, consistently pushing it away. When my gifts come in, when I have the money, the vibration of when means I don't have it, therefore you will not have it. So can you just take when out of your vocabulary for like the next week and then pursue, like, then be like, ah, I am the receiver. Look at all the reasons, all the things that I'm receiving, everything that I'm receiving. Oh my God, I'm so good at this. And boom, boom, your vibration will shift very drastically. So we want to release the fears that are holding you back. We want to rewrite, not release. I hate the word release. We're restructuring, recalibrating, transmuting the vibration that's holding you back, but you can't transmute it if you don't know what it is. So have a look in the mirror. It's going to do with sustainability. It's going to do with confidence. It's going to do with all of those things. Are you making, I hear this a lot too. Well, I live paycheck to paycheck. Who doesn't? Who fucking doesn't? I live gift to gift. I don't need to worry about what's coming, when it's coming, how it's coming. I just know that whatever I desire, it's there. If I desire it, I receive it. That is that. That is how I work. Move out of my way if you think otherwise, because I'm not playing your game. So we want to shift all of those things into now. My gifts are at this level and I love it. Thank you. I love you. And watch, they'll change, they'll grow. There is no such thing as your gifts coming either. If you're kind of in that vibe of like, oh, I really want to be more intuitive or psychic, or I can't channel like you, or blah, blah, I hear that all the time. Well, I can't just turn it on the way you can. Well, I couldn't at the very beginning either. I had to learn. I had to nurture it. I had to allow it to unfold. I had to believe in it. I had to trust it when it happened. And then it just, boom, one day just got better and better and better and better. And it's an endless stream and it still hasn't ended. And it's not going to end because there is no destination. There is no final point. So we're going to come back into What can we truly embrace here and now? What do you actually have right now? Not what you don't have. Let's not look at lack. Let's look at what you've actually received. Move into like, oh my God, and that every green light. Yay. It's my favorite. I love traffic. I love traffic. Right? One, I get to listen to whatever the hell I want because if I'm driving, I'm the boss of the radio. And I get to have a little rock concert, and I love a rock concert, and especially when no one else is in the car because then I just scream it out, and it's amazing, and no one has to be tortured by that. So it's really great. So I love it for that reason. Two, I feel like I'm in my little cocoon. Three, I love people watching, so I totally like creep when you drive by or I pass you. I'm like, what is going on in your vehicle? It's so much fun. Four, I control it. I fully control the flow of traffic. Every time someone moves out of my way, thank you, I love you. And I'll literally just move them with my hands. I'll be like, move. And then they'll move, and I'll be like, oh, that was fun. And then I get all green lights. You can do this. You can create that. So start to look for every green light that you get. Be like, go. That's me. Oh, they moved. Oh, that's me. Every time there's no line in the grocery store. Oh, look at how easy. I have so much free time. I could do anything I want with this free time because I don't have to wait in lines. Everything you purchase is on sale. Look at me receiving money. Do you know if it's on sale? Girl math. Girl math. If it's on sale, I just got money because I would have been spending that whole amount anyways. So I just got free money. That's girl math. It's a thing. Deal with it. If Corey ever sees this, he'll be like, "Oh, Diamond, stop," because he doesn't understand girl math. It's a thing. So everything I purchase is on sale. Money loves me that much; it doesn't want to leave me, and it keeps coming back to me. And then every time you make eye contact with an animal, every beautiful morphed cloud that you're like, "Oh my god, a dragon!" Anything, everything. Find a million reasons to say thank you. I love you. Every sip of my prosecco. Thank you. I love you. It's my favorite. Girl math. It is a thing, Christine. It's a thing. Girl math. Um, that's that. How do we feel? Questions, comments, concerns. Are we making change? That's my question. Did we understand something about ourselves? Okay, here's what I want to know. Did you understand something about yourself today, and are you willing to make the change? If so, I want to see an emoji or an absolute fucking yes. Otherwise, I will keep rambling and I will keep being an asshole on these lives. So, are we actually going to make change? Are we getting clarity? Are we like having our little aha moment to go, okay, I know what I need to do? Is there anyone who's like, yeah, I just absolutely don't know what to do? Actually, I don't want to know. Because if you did not find something in this, then cool, your chakras might just need to open a bit. I literally just got online. Thank you all around. Y'all. So much love. Good, good, good. Amazing. I love it. I I just want to say this. Like I want you to understand with that when you are in divine purpose, there is nothing better. Honestly, nothing better than watching someone get it and arrive with ease. And that's your role. That's my role to help you arrive with ease, to not struggle, to not be stuck, to not be small. That's my role. My role is to rewrite you in you, help you rewrite you, help you arrive where I'm sitting. I can take you as far as I've gotten. I can't take you anywhere else, but I can take you as far as I've gotten. And that's my role. And there's nothing more exciting and fulfilling than that. And you will feel so fulfilled. It is so passionate. And my heart is far too big. I'm learning. I know I'm going to get this, right? You guys are like, no, it's supposed to be big. Blah, 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 blah. My heart's way too big, man. Like, I fall in love with people who are in my life so hard. So hard. Oh my God. I love you all so much. Some of you a little bit more than others, and you know who you are. But I don't know. But I do. I love hard. And it's such an incredible experience, and I want that for you. So if you are ready to be brave, join us. It starts on Tuesday. Join us. Like I promise you, you will not regret this. I don't need you to join, just so you know this is not a sales pitch. I give two fucks if you join, like if you don't want to. I don't need you. I desire for you. I feel you. I see you. I desire, I ache to help you, to support you in getting to where I'm at. It's kind of lonely here sometimes. So please become the badass boss that you're meant to be. And we can share things and it'll be so fun. But yeah, I like, I just want to be of service. So join us. I'm going to leave 4 seats open. I know Bree's watching this. Bree, there's 4 seats. Love you. But we're gonna close it tomorrow. So if you're ready to be brave, let's do it. And if not, that's okay. Nothing needs to be forced or rushed at all. I just know how much it hurts being on the other side of where I used to be and being like, well, how, why? Like I know it really well. Anyways, it can be lonely. Like that's the other thing too. We're going to talk a lot about that in the course, but we're going to talk about how to not feel the isolation of divine purpose because that is actually a thing. Um, like, you have these moments where you're being of service, but making sure that you are have others being of service to you as well is really important. So keeping balance is super important. And again, I do things the hard way, so I know the isolation piece. Okay, I love you. I love you so hard. I love you so hard. All right, guys, that's it. I'm peacing out. I'm gonna go find a bottle of prosecco. Actually, I have a couple more calls, and then I'm gonna find a bottle of prosecco and play with my whiteboard. I'm so excited. Love you all. Go look in the mirror as soon as we are done. Thank you. I love you. And I will catch you on the flip side, guys. Bye.